Can somebody tell me real quick what day is it? It is Friday. What time is it? Summertime. It's on vacation. Yes, indeedy. Also, more important for all you essential workers like myself is payday. Hey, don't even worry about it, baby, because if it's not your payday, you had it last week. That means you rolling in bread right now. And if you just got your tax return, that's an extra bonus. Hello, and if you haven't gotten your stimulus checks, that means you should have done direct deposit, baby. Anyway, we back with this show once again. Today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this show and my expectations and how I want to roll with it so you guys aren't totally lost, like, wow, he is really pulling on random people on this show. It really just is anything and everything, which is what I'm trying to do, and I have accomplished. So it's not changing that way, but I thought I'd give my listeners, the No BS crew a little bit more than the usual. Today is also April 24th, 2020. So just for my sake, I'm going to put the date in there. I'm not going to do the news or nothing like that, like y'all got the second podcast, because my girlfriend didn't like it. And honestly, she said it wasn't me, it wasn't real, it wasn't what I was aiming for, and I got it. So I'm not going to do it anymore. So I'm just going to talk about what the fuck I want to talk about, which is what I do anyway. So the main topic today is going to be taking risks and opportunities. The difference between the two. I don't know how many people out there know the difference between the two, but I'm going to let you know today, in my view, what's the difference between taking a risk in life and taking an opportunity in life. Because both will be presented to you. It's just, how do you define both and how do you measure each one side by side, depending on what is asked of you or what is presented to you. Now, just like anything else, if you haven't noticed that, I don't write anything down. Nope. I only write the topics of what I'm going to talk about down, but there's no notes, no script, no nothing. This is all from the top of the head, how I feel about it. Now, I may throw a couple of facts your way, like I'm going to tell you what the definition of both is and how I interpret it like that, but how I interpret it and what it means to me personally and how I have done and dealt with both of them is personal and from the top of the head. So, without further ado, we'll get right into the show, if you don't mind. Do y'all mind? Nah, I don't think y'all mind. But before we go into the main topic, I just wanted to give a good shout out to Air Lush, who came onto the show last time. If you haven't checked it out, you could go ahead and go on SoundCloud. You could go on Facebook. You can also go on YouTube to check out my work. Remember, it is No B Lines, capital N, capital B, and a capital L. And the word No B Lines. It's very simple to spell. Don't overthink it because you're just going to hurt yourself. You can find it on Facebook, the same thing. Also add me on Snapchat if you want to see any updates on what I'm working on, the next topic, or the next guest that I'll have on. Also, next week I'll have on a special guest. She is a female rapper from Chicago, The Real Triller. You guys should be excited to get to know her music. I'll be playing it a little bit throughout this show. And just like I said earlier, my man Air Lush was on the show last week. If you haven't listened to his music, I already put it down in the link of the last video. So you got to watch the last video in order to know his link in his page. But I'll shout it out right now. It is Air Lush. So it is AIRELOOSH. Air Lush. Yes, Lush is his last name. Don't think too much of it, because I thought about it and I'm like, I've never heard a last name like that. Anyway, let me spit this gum out of my mouth. I know y'all probably tired of hearing it. I need some water. Anyway, mouth a little dry. Oh, I'm too much of a fool. Today is an important day. Every day is an important day, matter of fact. Because every day you live is another opportunity that's presenting itself and another risk that is presenting itself. Now, I said in the show, I would define both of them for you, and I surely will. Right now, the word risk, a noun, plural noun is risk. I don't know why I'm telling y'all all that. Similarities, the word chance, uncertainty, danger, peril. What do those words mean? A situation involving exposed to danger. A person or thing regarded as a threat or likely source of danger. The possibility that something unpleasant or unwelcome will happen any given time, anywhere you go, no matter where you are. There is a risk in everything. As simple as eating breakfast, there's a risk you could choke on your food, you could choke on the fork, the choke can break off and go in your throat, you choke on that. Anything you do, you are taking a chance on, are you not? The word opportunity, also a noun, plural to opportunities. This is where they co-inspire. They're both similar in chance. Opportunity and risk, either way, you're taking a chance on something. A chance on employment, a chance on a relationship, a chance on your parents making the situation at home better for you if they feel it's an unsafe environment. Now, what's the definition of opportunity? A set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. A chance for employment or promotion. Where do you think they get the saying, when opportunity knocks, are you going to open the door? Guess who else is knocking at the door? Risk. Because you're taking a risk on the opportunity that is presented to you. Because there may be one small thing you have to do in taking a risk, whether that's sacrificing your relationship, whether that's sacrificing time spent in the gym if you're a personal trainer to go after your business, whether that's what I'm doing now, I'm sacrificing a day of work paid at Amazon to do this podcast right now. That's the risk. Sacrificing 10 hours of work. Everything we do has a risk, but there is an opportunity if you see it. Nobody can see your vision like you do. They may say, yeah, I'm right there with you. They may invest. They may make their way all the way to the top with you and be like, we had the same vision the whole time. But everybody's imagination is different. And it was your opportunity that you presented to them to give them that chance to take the what? Risk. Let me say that one more time for the people in the back, because I know y'all hard of hearing. He gave you the opportunity to be a part of something great and presented you a risk that it may not fall through. But you took that what? Chance, because you believed in him and yourself and the vision and the mindset and the hard work, had the dedication for the reward at the end. See what I'm saying? Those two can't be by themselves, because you may take a risk and an opportunity presents itself. I'll give you a prime example. Football games. The quarterback is the man on the field. He is the conductor. He is the instructor. He is the teacher. He is the head honcho. He is the dictator of that huddle. Yes, receivers are drama queens, but at the end of the day, they don't get the ball every play guaranteed. There are two people on that field that get the ball every time. Who are those two people? The center and the quarterback. Yes, the referees get it too, but we're talking about the people that are actually playing. They are the only two guaranteed every play on offense. They are going to touch that ball. Now, if the center over snaps it and the quarterback don't touch it, yes, that's something else. But we're not talking about that. We're not getting into that big of a detail. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Quarterback calls a play, right? The receiver don't like it. It's a run play. No receiver likes run plays. especially if it's not going to the outside so they can't block. The quarterback knows what he's doing. He says, trust me, I'm taking this risk for us to open you up later in the game. He takes the risk, they get 4 yards. Okay. Next play. Coach calls on the play. It's a pass play. But the quarterback sees the running back got an easy 4 yards off the same play of the last play. So he's thinking, let's run the same thing again. He gets to the line. He gets to the huddle, calls the play, gets to the line. He sees the pass isn't open, but they're in the same formation. So he shifts into the next play. So he signals out of it. And it's the same play as last time. They run it. Another 4 yards. They're at 8 yards. They got 2 yards to go for 10 for that first down. Coach gets mad. Why would the coach get mad? Because the coach gave him a specific duty to perform on that field. And you changed the play while you were on the field, even though coach said it was going to work when we could have got 30, but you took 4. The quarterback saw something on that field where that pass play wasn't going to work. He opted out of it to change it back to the last play, and they got 4 yards. Remind me again, 4 times 3, what is it? 12. I only need 10 yards. I just made it 3rd and 2. Now, let's say he ran the other play and it was incomplete. Okay, now we're dealing with 3rd and 6. Which one's easier to convert, 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 2? If I run the same play opposite way and I got 4 yards out of it. This is a guaranteed. He took the risk of coach yelling at him, pulling him out the game to run that guaranteed play. Give you another example. Hairstylists, barbers. They determine your confidence for 2 weeks. At least barbers, when men gets haircuts. Some get them every week, but let's just say for the sake of it, we're going to do pay weeks. For 2 weeks, they determine your confidence on how you will look. They literally hold it in their hand on how you will present yourself for 2 weeks. It could be an important week. It just be a regular, another day up in the office. It don't even matter. Why did you go to that barbershop? Somebody told you? Somebody said, oh, my cousin works here. He real good. Ooh, all that. Did you look at reviews? Because I know the barbershop I used to go to in Chicago out west in Maywood, that was my dad's friend. And I've been going to him since I was, let's say 4 or 5. He saw me grow up. Granted, I haven't gotten a haircut since I was 13, so my hair is long, but that's besides the point. Why did he start going to him? Because they known each other and he wanted to support his business. Now, you're taking the risk of that barber knowing what he's doing, but you're presenting an opportunity to him for him to show off his skills. Let's say you just want a faded around, you want a ball fade on the sides, but leave the high fade at the top, right? That's simple. That's what they do nowadays. Do a ball fade, about half of the sides and then fade it up to a high fade at the top. Natural thing. That's what they do. Every barber does that different. It should come out the same way, the exact same time, but no barber does it the exact same way because all of them have their different styles on how they hold the clippers, how they cut your hair, which way they position their head. Every different way. Some fuck up. And you took that risk. And now your head's fucked up. So what's the easiest solution for the barber to do? Either he's gonna fade it out. Unless it's at the top, then he can't fade it out and now you got a bald patch at the top. Or you go bald. There's no really in between. Because if I cut you bald accidentally on the side, I could easily fade that out. Shoot, we could do it bald on the side and you just got low fade now at the top. Just get a ball fade. That's what I always used to get with a Nike sign on my right side. Yes, kids, I used to get a Nike sign in my head that was 02 type style. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all wear too tight of pants to even comprehend that. That's why y'all testicles are small. Same with beauty salons. You're asking for a style. Let's say you want brownish red ombre effect. For the guys, if you don't know what an ombre is, that's where it fades into another color usually at the ends or wherever they want it. Most women get it like the quarter last of their hair, or at least like 4 or 5 inches down. That's what it is. Let's say the stylist doesn't want to do that color. You want it as simple. You wanted to keep it a nice autumn brown with dark red at the end. They said you're not going to get that. You're going to get a nice light brown with highlighted red. Not going to work that way. She doesn't say it directly to you. She says it in her head, so that's what she starts to do. Now, you won't know this finished product until it fully dries and they blow dry your hair and start to cut it. Now you're just a pickle in hard place because it's not like you could redo the color right then and there, because that's going to do more damage to your hair now. What are you going to do? You're probably going to bitch your mom, be like, this is not what I wanted, woo, woo, woo. And now you're probably not going to go back to that hairstylist. Now you got to start all over and find a new one. Nobody likes to do that. That's like finding a new barber. Once you have a barber, you have that barber for life. I don't care what happens. If he can't cut your hair and you don't trust anybody else and he's your only barber, there's nothing really else you can do. You're SOL at that point. Sorry. Just like me finding a hair braider. I have 3 hair braiders out here. So, can't really do nothing about my hair. I just have it in a ponytail, and my girlfriend's got it braided. She hates braiding it, but doesn't really have a choice about anything else. And all I can braid is my ponytail. So, I feel your pain. But about the opportunity and the risk. That beauty salon expert took a risk on your head. You wish it wasn't on your head, but she took the risk on your head. And boom. What did you get? A result you don't like. Now, that doesn't mean it didn't come out good. That just means you don't like it. But you're supposed to appeal to the customer's needs and wants, even though it's not what you want or you think will look good on her. If you have an opportunity of anything you really want to do in life, and you can make the opportunity become a reality, go and do it. I don't care what business, I don't care what idea, I don't care what major, I don't care what relationship, I don't care what you may be scared of. Because all you're thinking about in your head is the risk. You're not thinking about the rewards, you're not thinking about, oh, if I set up this type of plan and I run into these type of variables, what will the result be? In order for me to hurdle those obstacles, because I know there's going to be some. Anything you do, there's going to be a risk. I don't care. Me doing this podcast, I'm losing money because of my job. But I love it. I love you. I love the people. I love radio. I love talking. I love expressing myself. I love being entertainment. You hear it in my voice, the passion. If I didn't like this, shit, y'all wouldn't hear from me. The fuck would I be doing a podcast for? For my entertainment? I mean, I am doing it for my entertainment because I'm an entertaining kind of guy, but damn, I'm not that entertaining where I want to listen to my damn self. The only time I listen to my podcast is when I'm editing it, so I could weed out some stuff that was unnecessary. This is full-fledged, no script. I'm going off the top of my head. I'm great at talking. I'm better in person. Y'all should really meet in person. But I do this to present myself more opportunities in life. I do this for so long. I build up so much credibility. I build so many fans. I have my groups. I do videos live. somebody out there is going to notice, and somebody's going to take heed and say, he has a special gift that I haven't seen since da da da, that I want to see him do more and more, that he should have his own radio station. That's what I want to do. Get my own radio station. If I get jumped on, let's say I'm living in Phoenix, so the number one music radio station is 1015. Shout out to the Morning Mess. Let me go ahead and run through their names. If you haven't listened to the Morning Mess, you really need to get on that, because they are the most entertaining people in the world. I wish they didn't have to follow FCC rules, because if they started cursing, I would be rolling the fuck out in my car, because they are fucking hilarious. Joey, he's my Puerto Rican twin, I swear. If me and him ever got into like back and forth, my God, y'all wouldn't even be able to understand the level of craziness we would hit. Because if I was a part of that group, or we did an interview where I got to interview him and the rest of the other three, me and Joey be having that show. Carla wouldn't be able to say nothing. Anish wouldn't be able to say nothing. Gina wouldn't be able to say nothing. It'd be ridiculous, because he says some sexual ass shit, and I am a sexual ass person. So combining those two just alone to what he says when he does a staycation, oh Lord, I'd fuck these people up. He's wild. But anyway, Gina feels like more the mother of the group, even though she's not the oldest. It's kind of weird, but she has like that mother mentality. She's already had her second kid and stuff, but she seems like a wholesome. Now she's an introvert, so she don't really like people meeting. But if I got to meet her, I feel like I could actually have like a genuine conversation. Like, she's the person you go to when life hits you in the fucking face and you need some great mom advice. She's not even hitting 30 yet, but she seems like the person for great mom advice. Anish, oh, Lord have mercy, Anish. Anish is a character and a half that I would love to go to a club with. My God, he'd be the one. He's gay, but I'd go to a gay club with him, because I would just want to see first what a gay club looks like, because I always had the curiosity. Look, I'm comfortable in my own skin. I don't mind going to gay clubs. Well, here's the thing. I don't really call them gay clubs. I call it queer clubs, because at the end of the day, whether you're non-binary, whether you're lesbian, gay, bi, it don't matter. It's queer, one word, and queer defines everything, so you don't have to define yourself. If you just say queer, it's queer, people understand, so you don't have to try to explain it to a simple-minded person. He is great. He's attention-seeking, yes, I'll say that about him, but he's fun. Complains a lot, but he's fun. And then there's Carla. Me and Carla are the same age, just about. I'm 24, she's 23, I believe, but she has some stories, and she is the girl. She reminds me of a girl I used to go to school with named Nikki. That would literally be the life of the fucking party. But as soon as she got a couple drinks, her ass is gonna be on some other shit. And it'd be funny as hell, but she won't fight. And it's like, damn, bro, calm your ass down. Sit your ass over there. Well, I'm tired of babysitting your ass. Those four great people. Those four are the reason I started my podcast. Now, back in the day, I listened to Tom Joyner, the Cool Jet back in Chicago, for y'all that don't know. Man, Steve Harvey show. They got me interested. And they piqued my interest enough to start doing it in high school. But when I started listening to the Morning Mess, when I started getting into the radio again, because, we're all on our aux cords, Bluetooth and stuff, so we're not even listening to the radio in the first place. Once I got back to listening to that, my ass was like, yeah, I got to get back into this radio game real quick. because I missed expressing myself, showing my sense of silly, showing my humor in a way. It's not dry. It's wetter than a shorty's panties looking at Chris Brown. I'll tell you that. It's gone. I'm bringing that swag back of mine. I want everybody to take that opportunity and take that risk in life so they can show their greatness. Everybody has a gift. Everybody has a story, and everybody has an opportunity to tell that story. It's whether you're going to make something of it or you're going to just be like, you know what? I'm comfortable. And being comfortable is a dangerous thing. That's not even a risk. Comfortable. You're comfortable in that situation you're in right now. You're comfortable in life, so you don't feel like you need to add anything else to it. You're comfortable with the way your business is running. There's always a way to improve anything, whether it be the smallest thing, whether it be, oh, I run Dick's Sporting Goods and I see that our sales are 5% higher. I see that customers aren't complaining as much about staff not being available when they need them to be in the shoe department. That's a big thing at Dick's Sporting Goods, by the way. Staff is not available at the shoe department. I'm seeing that cashiers are helping on the floor when they're not busy and they're folding the clothes in the back so they can be restocked, re-racked. I'm seeing the employees helping more, you know. I'm comfortable with what's going on. That's the problem. You can't be comfortable. You got to show that you care. You may have told them, hey, we need to improve this, that, and third, but there's always going to be that one customer that be like, well, there still isn't. Yeah, because you forgot about looking in the changing room because all the clothes are still in the changing room because nobody's taking them out. That's another complaint. A lot of stores don't do that, but you're not focused on that. You're focused on customer movement and your profits. That's why you can never get comfortable. You got comfortable because, oh, you're worth $1 billion. Michael Jordan, he's never comfortable. He always has that mentality. Black Mamba, rest in peace. Kobe Bryant had that mentality. You can't be comfortable because as soon as you get comfortable, you get complacent. And getting complacent is the most dangerous thing in the world because you don't have that motivation anymore. What's your motivation? If I'm comfortable, what can you motivate me with? Nothing. Because I'm telling you, I'm done. I've done all I can. So I'm comfortable and I'm going to let the ship sail until it crashes. Now, for some people, that may be a heavy crash like the Titanic going down. Barely took in an hour for the whole ship, the biggest ship ever built in 1912. Between 1912 and 1916 was the biggest tragedy that ever happened. Some people wait for that, and now they're behind because they're not preparing for the next thing, this COVID-19 thing. Some people were comfortable, let's be honest. Some of these places that are getting shut down, like for good, got comfortable. They didn't prepare. I'm going to give it to you straight slack. Some of the small businesses, they got comfortable. Some of the big businesses got comfortable. Profits shut down real quick because they weren't expecting this. Expect the unexpected. Prepare for the worst, but still praying for the best. And if you don't pray, you got to believe in your own self. And that's preparing yourself and your family and the customers you have built over the years for the worst thing to happen. So that when it does happen, it's like nothing. It's like you getting dirt on your shoes. Baseball dirt on your shoes. What do you do with baseball dirt? It's dry. You wipe it off. Don't even have to get a wet rag. You can wipe it off with your hand. Wipe it off with a shirt. Because that little dust doesn't mean anything. Because you prepared. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And a lot of people didn't do the proper preparation. And now that they're showing poor performance, they're shut down. It's a cold cut business here. Whatever I got to do to be great, you got to make it happen. NFL players, when they got great, what do you think they had to sacrifice? Time. Time they spent with their friends, time they spent with their families, time they had to put in to perfect their craft. Why? Whether it was to take care of those families, whether it was to take care of their mom, whether it was to take care of themselves, whether it to show everybody who said no how great they could be. They had to sacrifice something, and that's the risk you take. You take the risk of your goal to give yourself and to present the opportunity of the achievements you can get. It's going to be a long, strenuous, hard ride. But you know what I call that? I call that the joy. Because you're going to love every minute of it, even when you hate it to your core. You want to know why? Because as soon as you get that one pipe reward, let's say my pipe reward, I like to call it a pipe reward, because it's big enough for you to yell and scream to the heavens, yes. And guess what you're going to do after that? You're going to chase it harder, faster, and you're going to grind. My pipe dream is going to be doing a live podcast or radio show and get interviewed by one of the top radio producers. And for them to either offer me a job or to them to connect me and shout me out to their listeners. That's my goal right now. So any radio heads listening to this, any DJs, any soul popping men, soul popping women running the radio station, talk shows, you have me on there. We finna make a whirlwind of a lot of fans. I'll let you know that now. Whirlwind of fans will come pouring in even more. Because my energy, my drive, my passion, especially on a big stage. Oh, Lord. You better ask somebody how I perform. Don't even worry about it. Just actions speak louder than words. So don't give me no job interview. Don't give me no pre-screening questions. None of that. Just trust and believe and give me the guidelines I got to follow. I got you. I'm not going to take over your show, but I am going to let the people know my presence is there. Focus on the star, and that little light in the corner will shine too. Opportunity, people, is what make this world great. Opportunity is what can make you great. Risk is in every opportunity sublime. So you better get ready, and you better prepare well, because you only get one shot in life. And I would love to hear your story be told. This is Lil Snoopy on the track 1-2. I had to talk. I had to say what was on my mind. Don't worry about it, people. Because no B-lines is always here, right on time. And y'all always remember, love, peace, and hair grease. I'll see y'all next week.